Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Halloween look. If you guys have been here since like the very first 31 days of Halloween that I did like on the floor in my dorm room on my horrible quality MacBook camera, you guys will remember this video. I did a cracked Dorothy look and I'm gonna recreate it today because I have better products and hopefully better skills. So this is very much in the vein of those like cracked porcelain doll tutorials. However, I do it as Dorothy with like pieces of Oz poking out from under her skin. So to start off the look, I'm just priming the side of my face that isn't going to have the cracked off eye. So for that, I just did a regular brow and a regular concealer, and then I'm just priming my face with a really dewy, glowy primer because we are going to put foundation all over the face. Just because obviously going into this, I'm not quite sure where I'm going to place all the cracks and things. I just kind of do it freehand. I don't necessarily do it off of a pattern or anything. And for the eyes, I just went with a really soft, basic look. Just used really luminescent shadows. I used the Sweet Peach palette. Yes, it's old. No, we don't need to talk about it. Um, yeah, I just did something really basic that just fit the kind of youthful, wide-eyed, glowy, magical Dorothy sort of look that Judy Garland has. And I can't, honestly, I think when I first did this, I didn't even have a Dorothy dress. I think I just put on a flannel shirt and braided my hair. Like, at the time, I think I only had two or three wigs, maybe. Like, I did not have a lot. I don't even know that I had 100 subscribers yet. Like, this, we're talking a long time ago. And I know I only used pigments, eyeshadow, and eyeliners because I did not have any kind of face paint. So how far we have come. But for the liner for this, I just did a black pencil liner. You can use brown if you want to be even softer. But this is a really fun, unique sort of thing. And my friend Olivia actually suggested it to me. Like, someone else did this look initially, but they did it differently than I did it. So I, of course, made it my own and everything, but I think she sent me like a Pinterest post, and I'm sure I probably cannot find it anymore. But if I do, I'll link it somewhere down below. But for this look too with the lashes, I didn't do any fake lashes. I just kept it very, very simple. And for my foundation, I'm using my conceal and define because, again, if you've been here for a couple Halloweens, you know that Halloween is basically my time to whip out all my old makeup and use up as much of it as possible. So you're going to see this foundation quite a bit in a few videos because I want to get rid of it. Not because I don't like it. I love this foundation. I've repurchased it several times. I just am not. I have so much makeup right now. For the highlight and blush, I went a little heavy handed just because, again, wanted to be dewy, glowy, luminescent. Um, yeah, just a little bit over the top, that old school kind of stage makeup look that was so amazing back in old Hollywood, even though it was not a great time in old, like, to be in old Hollywood. However, I love the era. I love the aesthetics of that era. So now we are going to start doing the cracked off pieces. And as we do this, I'm actually looking for the photo so I can see how close I got in terms of recreating it exactly. I wasn't necessarily recreating it. I was just sort of doing, like another version of it. I'm redoing it, seeing if it'll be better. You know what I mean. But to start off, I am just outlining all the places that I am taking these big chunks out of. So along my jaw, around my eye, and the yellow, and everything is obviously for the yellow brick road. And then all the little green sections that you're going to see is supposed to be like little sections of the Emerald City. I thought I would get like real creative and paint the Emerald City like on my chest and try and do like Dorothy walking up the yellow brick road with all the other characters, and then I remembered that I do not have that skill set, so I decided to not do that. But for the pieces that are cracked off, there's no really method to which ones I do it or how I do it, Like, always do an eye just because it's a focal point, so that kind of, gives you a nice big piece to start with. I always make that the biggest part on my face. And then I try and balance it out, so going to the other side, doing something along my jaw. You can kind of do it however. You could do a piece right over your heart and make that the most focal point. It's really up to you, like where you want to draw attention. For me, it's always one of my eyes is the biggest part that I want to go. So, like I said, I kind of thought about doing the Emerald City all along my chest. So you're going to see I kind of start to make the shape, but then I also couldn't remember exactly how everything was shaped. So I just gave up. But as long as you have like a really emeraldy green paint, you're going to be pretty solid on this because, it's the Emerald City. I don't know. I'm just trying to fill in space while I talk at this point because YouTube keeps giving me copyright for my copy-free written music. So, I'm just going to ramble. But I did end up doing a big yellow piece on my chest as well, just because I really like the way that this comes out. Like, I think the yellow is so bright and vibrant. This is a palette from Amazon that I got. It's like a dupe for the, I want to say, I can't think of the name. It's not Inglot. Makeup Forever. It's like a dupe for the Makeup Forever face paint palette. So I really enjoyed that. But now we are adding our brickwork. So I took the brown that is in the palette. There's a few browns, but this is the lightest one. And just doing all of the like mortar that would be in the bricks. And this is where you can hide your eyebrow, because I just made my eyebrow part of the mortar. I just made it part of the line and kind of used that along with my eyelashes. I just put a lot of mortar in those areas. So now we're going to outline everything. This is the most tedious part of this look. It's also where you can easily mess up. So start thin with your lines and making sure you really connect your corners. Anywhere you want rounded off, now is the time to make it round. Anywhere you want pointy, now is the time to make it pointy. So after I outline everything, I kind of start to extend the lines and create my hollows. So you'll see there's kind of a little black triangle there. You won't see anything there. That's just meant to be empty space. And then I do little hairline cracks coming off. Again, not with any sort of method, just kind of letting the brush tell me where it wants to go. I just let it bend and move whatever ways it wants to go. So I do these little cracks just to make it look like, more of it's cracking off, or it just kind of broke, sort of just adding more dimension to the look. And like on my chest, I extended it down and even connected the piece on my chest to the one on my neck. So it all just looks like one big cohesive section. Now with the cracks and outlines, there is such a thing as overdoing it. So just kind of try and make it balanced. Don't be afraid to leave a little bit of space, because sometimes when you don't leave a little bit of negative space, all of your hard work and all those little details get lost in everything. So after I've outlined everything, I just set it all down with a setting spray. And then in the green sections, I decided I was going to add some green glitter to match that sparkly, glittery effect of the Emerald City when they show it as they're coming up the yellow brick road. Totally optional, but I just thought it added a little bit more excitement to the look and kind of balanced out those green sections compared to the yellow sections, because obviously the road has a lot more detail on it. And then I am just adding some gloss because my lips needed something, so I just went with a regular old gloss. Now, the dress I got online, I actually just came upon it because it was in like a suggested search thing, but it is just a gingham printed dress that I thought was perfect, since any regular Dorothy costume would cover my chest and would cover up all the stuff that I did with the paint. For the hair, I just went with my brown wig and I braided it. And now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think Dorothy's hair is braided. It's just in pigtails. But whatever, close enough. You get the general idea. But yeah, this is really it. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. I'll put a little picture here of the original look because I was able to find it so you can see how different it is. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.